Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018. It is Pro Cyclist mode, and it's episode 42. We are on to stage 15 of La Vuelta, the Vuelta España, Tour of Spain, Grand Tour. And we headed into this thing leading all categories. But that does not mean we're going to win it. We've got a handful of stages left. I do not have much team support any longer, as we have really dropped. We are down to just 6 riders. You can see Pierre Roland is the only one inside the top 75, besides myself, in the rankings. So I'm not getting much help. And without that support, it is going to be very difficult as we are hitting the Queen stages here with not a lot left to go. I am one of the favorites. I am the strongest pure climber of those that are left here. And I've got an almost 3-minute lead. But you've got to know just how fast that can go away on that final climb, especially if I'm by myself and the other competitors have teammates with them. If it's neck and neck, if it's head and head and head to head, just those last few riders duking it out for the win, the strength in climbing should be able to see me through to staying, near that top 3. But I am pretty nervous about these final stages, especially my fitness peak. I still have it. It's not gone yet, but it very well could drop away in the near future. +4 race day condition. Oh, that is going to help. So we have 87 climbing today. Stamina +10. Not going to be much of a factor today, but resistance +9. That's an 84. So today I should be able to retain the lead. This category 1 climb could have an impact, so we'll come back just before that category 1 climb. Otherwise, the first half of this stage is going to be relatively quiet, as Dan McClay actually is trying to join the breakaway group. He may be up the road and able to help us out, as Lattori is going to take over duties here, and O'Donnell going to lead the peloton. So we've got those extra challenges of I'm in the lead. That's going to put riders to work. McClay up the road probably isn't going to be able to help me out later, but maybe could help me for 30 seconds or so to recover. But yeah, it is what it is. I think we're strong enough to hang on today, but we'll see. Riding on board with O'Donnell. 62k left to go in this, and we've already gotten water, and with all that climbing we will need water at least one more time. So McClay is in the breakaway group of 13 riders, and yes, he is there, but we are managing the race, so O'Donnell is still working on bringing those guys back in. We've pulled back 2 minutes so far, and there's a very good chance, unless we really pull back a lot more time before the final climb, that the winner will come from that group. Primarily because Simon Yates is in that group. So he is in 17th overall, 16.5 minutes down, so he's not a threat to me. And you can see there's some other guys, Miguel Angel Lopez, Pierre Latour, Enric Mas. There are some very good climbers in there, and it's going to be difficult to catch up to them with such a significant head start. And our pace really hasn't been that hot to make them work very hard themselves. One thing I wanted to take note of as we start this episode is the number of withdrawals. So we're down to 154 riders. My teammate Dan McClay, who's a -5 and been a -4 or 5 pretty much every day the entire tour here, is 153rd out of 154 riders. You can see 3.5 hours back to Ferrari here for Sforza. Huge time gaps, but the big thing of note is how many riders there are that are withdrawn from this race, and how many big names. So Vincenzo Nibali out of the race, Richie Porte out of the race, Sam Bennett out of the race, my teammate Rigoberto Urán out of the race, Ian Boswell is out, Suderland is out, Bauhaus is out, Chris Froome is out, Kwiatkowski is out, and Porson, my other teammate, also out. So you can see just how much damage has been done. There are quite a few big names out of this race. And that leaves us with the under 25 second best is Gauda down in 14th, and he is 14 minutes behind me. But I'm only down to a few competitors left, really. Bardet is probably too far down now. Mollema is definitely too far down. It might be down to these last 5 guys here as we get ready to head up this steep Category 1 climb. We're right at the base right now, and I'm going to go ahead and switch off it here. Let's see, what's that lead down to? It's still pretty far up there. McClay is the one rider that got dropped actually there. I see I'm comfortable over on the side there. Roland already doing his job here. I'd actually rather have... hold on, I'm going to pause here for a second. Roland, 77, and strong on the climbing. Viljoen not quite as strong. So Lattori actually would be better to use up right now. I'm going to get him up here. Pace isn't bad, so Lattori can keep me going. Viljoen can protect Roland. And Roland, I want you up near the front, so we're just going to have you come up here for a second, then relax and stay put. Hold this position. Alright, so Viljoen on his way up, Lattori on his way up. I'm already up there, and O'Donnell leading things out. This is... Let's see what this does to the time gaps. We're 6:20 down. So actually O'Donnell's going to have to push a little bit harder here. Let's go 72. It's going to use him up, but that's okay. I don't need him for the final climb. I need him to make up some ground on this climb. There's Pete Kiniak. Wow, it's so weird. Egan Bernal, 35 minutes down. But it's team orders. It's what you have. Dan McClay has been caught. And the peloton is shrinking. Oop, O'Donnell. He's out of energy. Alright, we'll set him to auto. See if he can't recover a little bit. There's the top. Clay's already out the back. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got Lattori. Oh, it's just the two of us. The crash was right behind me. Crash right behind me. There are just 5 riders now that are close behind. Another crash, McClay. This valley's too long to run away from these guys. But we could end up with just a small group here. So we'll try 80 and see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. I mean, right now on the downhill, we're just cruising along. I'm actually leading Lattori out as the better downhill guy. Now as we approach the bottom, he takes over. Nope. Okay, there we go. We're up to 7 riders. Who is in this group? Quintana, Bookman, Carapaz, Grush. So Quintana and Bookman are here, but Lattori it is time to go relay. And let's see, 74, what kind of pace that's going to give us. One more has caught up. The other Quintana, his brother. 30 seconds back to a group. And they're likely to catch, yeah, they're catching up pretty quick here. So just go ahead and relax, Latore. Go back into protect mode. Okay, these guys are back up. So O'Donnell and Roland have made back on. Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here, Roland? Don't fall out the back of the group. O'Donnell has crashed again, and the field just split. Roland got caught up in it, so we're right back down to 2 guys again. This rain has taken out all sorts of riders. Shoot. I need water for this final climb, don't I? It's going to be a long climb without water. Well, now I'm missing out on the advantage of my 2 best climbers. They're 3 minutes behind. They're not coming back. Hopefully Latore can stay with me at least for a little bit. You can see the steepest section right in the middle. This first section, not steep at all. Well, comparatively. We are still 550 down, so I don't think we're going to win this thing. I'm guessing Simon Yates is going to win this stage. Doesn't mean he will. I have no idea what his condition is like. And there are a couple other pretty good guys in that group. In fact, there you go. The other 2 guys, the best 2, Enrique Mas and Miguel Angel Lopez, are 10 seconds ahead. Now they're caught back up too. And trying to break off again. I'm gonna stay put for a little bit until things get steep. A reason to elevate the heart rate and start doing damage to myself when others will suffer a little damage.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just
And
passed
then
the 10
Latore. Oh, Roland is back, but I don't have control of him. Oh, he's getting water. Roland is getting water. Creator, it's not our guy. Pace is starting to pick up. Bahrain Merida elevating the pace a little bit. Comes Movie Star. Now it's Katusha. Now we're into the seriousness of the climb. Latore, he's not going to last long. In fact, there he goes. Latore, oh, recovering a little. I'm hoping Roland will get back up here. And then, let's see. Latore has water now. There's Roland. He's coming up. Okay. But he's wasting his energy. Hold on, hold on. Your job is not done. Thank you. Protect.
This climb is feared by many riders.
There we go. Okay, well that worked out. So right as I lose Latore, Roland recovers. Sad thing is he burnt a lot of energy getting the water and coming up through while climbing. We're on the steepest section right now. And I'm still very fresh. Others are struggling. Peloton's already shrunk to 56 riders and continuing to shrink. And there's an attack. Bardet. Boy, is that one I want to respond to lightly. I don't need to chase, but... because here goes others. Bardet. Oh, there's Sam Oomen. Okay, that's the one I do need to watch out for. So, Roland, he's done. I think I can just kind of ride away from these guys right now, can't I? Oh, okay. Let's just Bardet now.
Falling behind.
Gap opening behind me. 30 seconds.
Simon Yates.
38 seconds. Let's try relay. We'll see if he can come over the top and take a turn. Probably not, no. 84. Somebody's giving chase. Who is it?
Attacked by Pierre Latour.
Uman. I don't care if he really catches us. I'm not. Ooh, oh! I think he's done. I think he's done. As we come up to the top. 3K to go. Heart rate coming down. 2K to go. Go and use the gel here. I am totally on my own. Here comes our about-to-be stage winner, Simon Yates, as expected. Riding right past D-Ball. There's Pierre Latour, second. There's two more big names. My energy's running out here with 600 meters to go, 400 meters to go. And we'll go 99 to the finish. Accelerate. Enric Mas takes third. Lopez drops to sixth. I get seventh. Uman close behind. Formulo. And there's going to be big time gaps behind this. We're already over 5 minutes. There's Quintana, Adam Yates, Demoulin, Gegenhardt. They're not that far back. They're not that far back, but definitely some time lost. About 2 minutes, I would think, to most of those guys. So that'll open things up a bit further. That was a comfortable ride to the top. Only ran out of energy just before the finish line. And that's the thing. The race day condition, that +4, that fitness peak is what's doing it. The moment that fitness peak goes off, I'm going to be defending like crazy. So no stage win, breakaway group hangs on, but I do get to the top first out of the peloton. So 3:30 behind Yates, who had almost a minute, and then it was 2. I came in pretty close to Lopez in the end, from 6 minutes behind those guys at the base of the climb. Oh, well, 5 minutes at the base of the climb behind them. So I definitely pulled back a good amount of time. So I gained 24 seconds over Uman, and then Nairo Quintana comes in a minute and a half down, and then Yates and all these guys are nearly 2 minutes behind. So let's see, what does that do? 3.5 minutes to Uman, 4.5 to Gegenhardt. Adam Yates, 6:40. Bardet still 5th, so no change in the order. Mollema, Zakarin, Nairo Quintana moves up a little bit. Tom Dumoulin. There's Formulo now into the top 10. Kelderman. There's Simon Yates moves up to 12th after taking the stage. He was, what, 16th, 17th? And there's the other guys that were with him. Latour, Enric Mas. All moving up a bit. Okay, so I've got 50-point edge over Uman in the sprint jersey. Got a 10-point edge on the mountain climbers jersey. Simon Yates just got considerable points on winning that stage. And the under 25s, it's 40 minutes. And what happened? Gouda has withdrawn. So the only guy anywhere near contention is completely out of it now. So I've absolutely got that wrapped up as long as I finish the race. Still 13th as a team, though, so... Mountain Climbers jersey is the most hotly contested, almost more so than the race itself, unless that fitness peak crashes and I struggle. We only get 14 points on the day, as we only managed, what, 7th in the stage? Alright, we'll get a quick look at the profile here for stage 16 as we're getting closer to the end. And I'm getting closer to my first Grand Tour victory. It's another big one. It is a very big one today. 184K, 3 big climbs, no break really in between. I mean, it's a little bit on the level side, but there's definitely no flat valley here. So we'll be watching from about the halfway point, and then we've got 3 climbs to get through on this one. Still a favorite, still on the fitness peak. +4 to my race day condition with that fitness peak and everything else, and winning stages, wearing the leader's jersey, all of that's keeping that race day condition nice and high right now. But it can all come crashing down. But it looks like I've still got it for today, so we'll join in at the halfway stage. And then we've got 3 climbs to get up and over. Alright, so we approach the first of the 3 big climbs, and getting a little bit of a shake-up here, as it's my job to lead things out, but I'm going too hot, too fast. So this breakaway group is huge. I mean, it's 23 riders, and it's loaded with the who's who of 15th to 25th place. Marc Soler, Enric Mas, Thibaut Pinot, Miguel Angel Lopez, George Bennett, Carapaz, Latour, Hamilton, Barguil, Kruijswijk, Conrad, and Quintana, the brother Quintana, are all there in the breakaway group. I mean, that's 10 big names right there. There's still 13 more riders in that group. So, today, unlike any other stage, I have had to rely on my team to keep the gap manageable, and you can see it's actually blowing up right now. It's 6.5 minutes behind as they ride faster up the climb. Dan McClay used up early. He's 5.5 minutes behind, sadly, so he may not make the time cut today. O'Donnell, Latour, and Viljoen, after McClay ran out of energy, have been leading it, but you can see all 3 of them struggling, and so I had to back off. This is the first time that I've gotten any help from another team, and it's largely due to an 8-minute time gap to that group, so time will be lost to those guys. Meanwhile, I'm doing just fine. I'm only a +3 today, but you can see I'm still very strong in the climb, in the resistance, the downhill, which is going to matter a lot more today. And Roland also strong on a +2, so hopefully there's good weather. Has been so far, so we haven't seen anything to suggest trouble. Boy, there's going to be some points though. Latour up to 21 now. Pinot at 15. Category 1 climbs. Oh, what just happened to Roland? Get back up here. Latour is gone. O'Donnell is gone. Peloton's down to 97 riders. Viljoen. Hang on, buddy. Hang on. You're right at the top. Recover on the downhill. Recover on the downhill. Dropped for the moment. You can see he's kind of latching back on. Not now, though. 35 riders is all that we've got. And we're out of water already, so Roland better go get some water before things get too steep. He's got it before the bottom. Slow it back down to a ×2 here for a little bit. And Roland already back up. Good. Okay, that's good. We'll try to get water one last time over the next climb. Viljoen, a minute behind, may latch onto the back, but pace is definitely starting to pick up. My 72 was not enough any longer. Breakaway group shrinking slightly. 2 riders have been caught. We'll speed things until it gets to the actual climb. 7.3 kilometers, 9% gradient, 1,100 meters of climbing, nearly 1,200. And Viljoen finally is back on board here. And I'm actually going to have Viljoen come up and protect. And then Roland, nope. I want you to stay up front. Stay up front. And relax, but stay up front. There you go. This way I've got Roland for the final climb.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Viljoen is already dropping out. Okay, well, we'll get Roland.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The peloton has significantly increased its speed. Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Viljoen out the back. Peloton shrinking again. 58 riders.
Counter-attack by Barguil. Acceleration by Bardet.
Bardet from 5th place, trying to go for it here. Aru, 13th, try to go with him. And there's Simon Yates on the go again. And there you go. Looks like a false attack.
The interval is still growing.
Starting to pull back some of the riders, and the breakaway group has shattered a bit, at least the back end has. Roland getting over nicely this time. Alright, well, my recovery's simple, and I'm in good shape for the end of the stage. Plenty of stamina. Resistance is still high. It is not futile today. And Roland should be able to stay with for a while. Now we're already almost to the bottom here. There's a huge gap to breakaway group, and you can see how steep this is to the finish line. That really is advantageous for me. Make sure we don't get dropped here though. 84 is the pace currently. Pete Kenyak trying to push it. There's Craddock, Lawson Craddock. Go one more here. Let's see now. We have a 9-minute gap, so we are definitely not winning the stage today. Kruiswijk, Frele are among those who have been dropped at the front. I'm not sure what size they've got there. 7 minutes back to Viljoen, so he's not going to catch us. McClay is 40 minutes down, so yes, he is probably going to be eliminated on time. O'Donnell and Latour had a bit of trouble themselves. Well back. Yeah, you still got a bunch of guys that are still climbing the penultimate climb. There's Valverde. I don't like how far back I am right now. But there's Uman right there in the green jersey, borrowing it from me. Yeah. Serious climbing still to come later. So no reason to attack now myself. Rowan Dennis now on the front.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside the breakaway group. group.
Marc Soler attacking at the front. They've got a long ways to go. They're not that far in front of us, but it's a big time gap. 8 minutes. We have reeled some of that back in. And as things get a little steeper, pace has dropped off the front. Bardet, 5th place.
Bardet goes onto the attack.
I'll let him go. I'll let him go. Waste his energy now. It's too early. He needs huge time gaps, and that's why he's trying to go now. But he's going to ride off on his own and get caught, as he already has. Roland still hanging on for a little bit longer here. There's Kruijswijk nearly caught. Oh, here comes the rain too for this final climb. This could be dangerous. Going uphill, it's not usually as much a factor as it is on the flat or downhill because of the pace. Okay, Kruijswijk getting reeled in. That's a lot of top climbers that are out of contention because they're all in the breakaway. Just, well, it was 33 riders there for just a second. There we go, 32 riders in the peloton. 31. Ooh, I don't know what's left from that first group. I don't know how big it is. There's just 3 riders there. It is 13 riders left at the front. They have 8 minutes though. But they are all together, so that's still all to play for on the stage. And they're about to hit the first of the 2 really steep sections. We might go, once things get a little steeper, on that middle section. I don't need to necessarily wait for the final. But it depends on when somebody else attacks, I guess. And who. Everybody else just waiting. And Roland hanging on. I've got some support. About halfway up the final climb. So that's big. That is big. That's turned it today into an easy one. Spielak looking to go. Nope, just accelerating. 10 kilometers to go. Spielak, Dennis, both. There we go. There goes Sam Oomen.
Attacked by Sam Oomen.
Go 85 here. Roland's not going to last long. Spielak's here with me. There's Oomen. We're already tracking him down pretty quickly. Roland is going to go out the back of the group here in just a moment. 22 riders. Oomen's still attacking. Let's see how much he's bobbing already. Meanwhile, I've broken away from everybody else, so it's just Oomen and I giving chase. He's got 20 seconds. Conrad, Enric Mas in between. I'm going to get here to him, and then I'm just going to relax and sit on his wheel. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Ooh, peloton back on. Get up to the top here and then relax. Attack again.
Attacked by Sam Oomen.
Gegenhardt trying to attack. These guys are using a lot of energy to do what they're doing. So I got 5 riders right behind Oomen, so 6 riders left in contention.
Falling behind.
3K to go. We're about to hit that steepest section. Yes, we are. This will be my time to shine here in just a little bit. We'll use that energy gel now. Oomen's still leading it out, so he's getting desperate. Ooh, you know what? Let's just try to hang in the group here, because I'm almost out of energy.
goes the sprint. The strong men are giving their
1K to
all.
go.
It's in such percentages that the strongest can create some gaps.
I am off on my own. There's Dan Martin, Barguil, there's Quintana. Carapaz gets the stage. Lucas Hamilton second. Latour again on the podium, third this time. Two more riders coming up. Miguel Angel Lopez, Steph Kras, and then the three ahead of me. So I'm in the top 10 for the stage again, and opening up a little more time on these guys. Barguil, Quintana, Martin, myself. Uman's probably the next. There he is. Just behind Gegenhardt, Soler, Pinot. So 9th on the stage. Another good finish. Continuing to expand the lead slightly. It's got to be close to about 4 minutes now. And the snow begins to fall here at the finish line. Half an hour after the stage has finished. O'Donnell's 44 minutes behind. That may... No, the cut's an hour and 10 minutes. It is McClay who's an hour and 10 minutes behind right now. Now an hour and 11 minutes. So it looks like McClay is going to be eliminated on time. Yes, McClay's out. We're going to be down to 5 riders. There's McClay finally coming across the line. 12 minutes too late. So 2:58 down. That was from, what, 9 minutes behind, so I gained 6 minutes on that final climb. Uman, half a minute behind me. 46 seconds to Gegenhardt and Soler. Over a minute to Pinot, Bardet, Formolo, De La Cruz. Now 4 minutes, 4 seconds ahead of Uman, 5.5 ahead of Gegenhardt, 8.5 ahead of Bardet, 9 ahead of Yates. Yates has slipped a spot. Bardet has moved above him. Mollema, 11.5 in 6th. In terms of contention, it's now podium or nothing. I mean, it's first, second, or third. Bardet and Yates are too far down. So it looks like I might have this thing wrapped up, but again, that the what do you call it? The fitness peak is going away here anytime. So, and I've got some tiredness, but not too bad. Another 14 points. Freshness recovers mostly every day. The tiredness starting to pick up, but we'll stay below 50% before the end of this race. So, tiredness is okay. So the fatigue's fine. The freshness back to 93%. So again, getting a little more tired each day, but not bad. Stage 17, and it looks like I still have my fitness peak. I do. It's holding on. So it's just about secure. 17, not quite as steep, so Uman he is the favorite today, actually, ahead of me. As he's a little better on the hills. And this one's definitely a mix. But 3 climbs to go. We'll jump in somewhere right around this Category 3 climb. Alright, so we come back even earlier than expected, though I will be speeding things along for a while. We have a breakaway group of 20 riders. They're just 2 minutes ahead. But this is one of those stages where no one wanted to let the breakaway group stay away. Marc Soler, Buchmann, Pino, Moss, Lopez, George Bennett, Carapaz, Latour, Martin, Kruijswijk, Cross, and Micah are all in the breakaway group. So it's a really strong group again. But this time around, nobody seems to want to let them go. My team right now is leading the front on their own. I'm not managing them to do that. But other teams have been chasing as well. You can see that damage is already being done specifically to my team, as I'm in good shape and Roland is hanging on, but O'Donnell, Latour, Viljoen are all struggling, and other riders are struggling as well from the looks of things, but especially my team. Yes, Dan McClay is out of this race. He did not make the time cut, so the list of riders continues to shrink down to 146 riders now. It's insane how many there are that are out of this race.
There's a sustained rhythm at the moment. Some riders definitely won't be able to keep up.
Latour recovered just a little bit. Roland getting water. We are starting to climb here. Bit at ×2 for now.
It looks like the pack has bitten the dust.
Crash.
But the riders would seem to
Back
be
end though. Just a handful of guys went down. So in addition to losing McClay, O'Donnell is either sick or hurt now as well. So our strength-wise is quite weak. Viljoen -3, Roland's a -1 today. Latour is a -1. Latour is a -1, and O'Donnell is sick. So you can see why I'm very likely going to be on my own for much of this stage. So today is going to be a survival stage for me. I'm not going to be looking to pick up any time. I'm just going to look to try to mark Sam Oomen.
That's more than 2 minutes separating them. Some team managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
Breakaway group. 17 riders left behind, only 3 ahead, but it's only a few seconds. There we go, it's back together. Peloton down to 74. As we get over the first of the 3 climbs. These are definitely not like yesterday's climbs. Nowhere near as intense, but Roland has been dropped now from the group as well, so I am on my own. 75 riders. And I'm all alone. So there's 74 other riders around me, and I'm on my own to the end of this thing. So this could be scary. Luckily, it's not too intense of a day. Actually, the more intense it is, the stronger I am, right?
Attack by Pierre Latour.
Latour going for the mountain climbers points. And has taken over. I've lost the lead in that competition. Pierre Latour has 39 points now. Okay. I'm doing just fine heading into the final climb, but again, I have no team support. Roland is already more than 5 minutes behind us. The final climb, not steep. Not steep, so I'm just going to be trying to hang on. We'll set this to an 84 for now. So we head down into the valley. Peloton back up to 50 riders. Breakaway group has shattered a bit, so they're not going to be as strong, but there's a pretty big gap, 5 minutes. 16 riders left at the front of that. And that was the steepest section of the climb, even though it's not even on the categorized climb. Alright, time to go 86. Okay, We see some guys trying to attack now. Valverde, Rowan Dennis, Chad Haga, really pushing the tempo now. 53 riders coming up on the sprint point here. Again, not much going on for this climb, so it's easy to just kind of stay in the pack. Rowan Dennis taking off. Not worried about those guys. There's really only 2 riders that I need to worry about marking anymore.
Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Especially on a day like this where I'm riding alone for 60-70K. I've got some water. It should be enough to get me to the end, especially when it's not that steep. Pete Keniak now trying to attack. Spielak.
The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage.
$15K to go. Now we're officially hitting the climb. But again, see, there's nothing too severe about this. It's only 4%. 15K, 4%. "15 riders left up the road. The lead is down to under 4 minutes, but that's probably enough. It should be enough. They'll hang on. The paces seem to have gone out of the peloton as well, and the lead is up to almost 5 minutes.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 10 kilometers road sign.
They're at 10. We're at 11. Now we're hitting the 10K banner. Lead's down to 3.5 minutes.
The guys up front are asking serious questions of the riders
As
in the rear.
Quintana, the brother, is really pushing it now. 28 riders is all that's left. Sam Oomen right behind me. There's Spielak now attacking. I am tiring out a little bit. A little more than I would like to at this point. 7K to go. There we go. Pace comes off again. 2:47. Pace back up. There goes Sam Oomen.
And they keep on attacking.
21 riders as I track down Sam Oomen. Here comes another group. Gegenhardt. There's Nairo Quintana. Tom Dumoulin. Follow Malama. Follow. Follow. And we're losing time. We're losing time here. I've got 5 riders following me. $2K to go. Need to recover a little.
In the end, he found the resources.
Latour takes the stage win. So he finally, after 2 podiums, I'm definitely losing some time today. Go 99 because we're right at the end. It's a small amount of time. We're at 2 minutes here. 2 minutes. 2:04. Gegenhardt, Bennett, Dumoulin, Oomens 14th. Lambrecht, Lopez, Bardet, Malama, Barta. There's Adam Yates in 20th. I lost just over a minute. About 3:12. 24th on the stage. Definitely some time lost on my own for a very long time on a stage that does not suit me. That was more of a sprint to the end, and that's not my rider's strong suit. So we do lose some time here with just a few stages to go. But that essentially negates what I gained over Oomen the last few stages. The last 2 stages anyway. So 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and we're about level. See what those time gaps are now. Micah, minute 12. Okay, Gegenhardt 204. Bennett and Dumoulin with him. They're not a threat anymore. Well, Gegenhardt's in third, isn't he? Is he the one that's in third? I think he is. Uman 213, and I'm 310. So 57 seconds. So there we go. It's back down to 307. Gegenhardt 421. Bardet 753. Like I said, those guys are out of reach. It's really just these two that still could potentially. I mean, we lost a minute. It can happen. That was still with the fitness peak too. We're up over 50 points there. But Latour probably has the mountain climbers jersey now, as I'm not in the breakaway groups and he is, so he's picking up all those points. So I might have missed out on that jersey. Just 11 points today. We're still making good progress towards that next level. And a quick glance at the standings. I'm on top of the world in both places. Whew, that's a lot of points. 3,232. Nearly 1,000 points ahead of Gaviria in the Super Prestige. But still, this is not a very high-scoring year. A normal year in September, there'd be riders in the mid-4s, maybe in the low 5s. There could be somebody totally dominant around 6,000 points. So, very spread out year, well-rounded. A lot of people picking up points here and there. Ben O'Connor had a fantastic year. Froome, there's Katana, Kwiatkowski, Port. Those guys are missing out on lots of points by not finishing this race. And I continue to gain on them. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.